Yo, where the fuck did that cup go? I'm just trying to make some tea. Problem with making tea is you need a cup, and I have a lot of them. I just want the specific cup I was just using, and now I feel like a fucking asshole because now I gotta waste another cup. But I clean my cups, so suck a dick about it. And I brought you guys here today because I wanted to have some tea, but I wanted to tell you guys about tea. Uh, First of all, if you're not putting honey and lemon in your tea, you shouldn't even make your tea. And if there's no fungi in your tea, then your tea's not going to be as fun. Anyway, I was looking out at the lake today and I was thinking, why did I spend more money on music than I did my own education? And I can't really find the answer for that yet. I really like music, right? And I'm very proud of my music, but maybe a degree would be nice. Because all my friends now that have degrees and were talking shit and saying like, "Oh, yeah, I don't use my degree. Oh, I wasted all my money." Now they got a bunch of money and they got a bunch of like stability, and all I have is a bunch of tattoos and a view of the lake and like crippling debt and financial insecurities. So, you know, then I asked, why am I doing Uber Eats to make money um, so I can then pay for more studio time to finish an album that I've already wasted like 2K on. That's an underball. It's probably closer to 5K. Probably wasted like close to 5K on this album. And I'm not even gonna use any of the things that I have for this first draft. And then again, it goes back to the question, why did I even uh, the only art that I spent money on that I don't regret are my tattoos. So at least there's that. Most people can't say that. I think most people look at their tattoos and get pretty pissed off sometimes. I could be a dick about that, you know what I'm saying? But I hear a lot of people talk shit about their own tattoos. Me on the other hand, I would never spend all that money on this shit and then talk shit about it. No. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna spend all this money on these fucking I took time to get these. I think most people think I got these things in like a couple of months or like weeks or sorry, not weeks. That would never make sense. In like same year or something like that. No, I it shit took like 5 years worth of time and thinking. So it's not something I'll ever regret. If anything, I regret not doing it sooner because now that I'm about to be 30, my fucking skin hurts. Like the idea of shading this in tortures my soul. And you know what they say? You gotta pay the troll toll of getting that boy's soul. But when you stretch the S, it sounds like so you gotta pay the troll toll to get inside the boy's hole. So you gotta really make sure that you stretch it. Because if you just go boy's soul and just like stretch the S, boy's soul, it sounds like a boy's hole. You gotta pay the troll toll to get inside that boy's soul. And I paid the troll toll to get in. Um, hey, what's up, bro? Yo, that the tats are legend. Yeah, dog, you're a legend. You're a legend. You're a legend of Kratom. Uh, you're a legend of the streets of Chicago. You're a legend of the Burbians. You're a suburban legend, bro. I think you've repped like 9 different sets. You're a legend of all 9 of those sets. So there goes. That's like 14 legends, my dog, and counting. Oh fuck! Can you tell I already had my coffee? Because I'm becoming a retard. Uh, Burbanites. This is my suburb. Hey, shout out all my suburbanites. People think that the suburbs aren't hard. The suburbs everywhere goes hard. Like everywhere in the world goes hard. Even rich neighborhoods go hard in their own rights. Whether it's like, dude, I knew this kid from Deerfield. Him and his friends would legit like host casino nights, full casino nights. I'm talking about like that one movie that they made like on the house or whatever the fuck it was where they had a full casino in the crib, and like the adults were straight running a casino in the house. Either way, what I'm trying to say is they were doing that, like full tables, full like dealers, blackjack setups, all sorts of shit. It was like they showed me a video of it, and I couldn't believe my eyes. But that's how they got down in Deerfield. You know what I'm saying? Some people get down in different ways, right? In the city, some people get down pretty violently. You know what I'm saying? On the north side, we get down pretty triply. You know, there's different levels of get down. So get down on it. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, get down on it. Uh what's up? Hi, my name is Tucker. Jesus loves you. Just Jules fan. Jesus does love you. He loves me. He loves you, and he talks through us all. That's the crazy thing. People don't want to accept that. That, like, God could be speaking to or through them, and then it freaks them out. And they think they're schizophrenic. Sometimes they are schizophrenic, though. But hi, Tucker. My name's Nikki. It's like Nikki, but with ease. Where are you from, Tuck? King Tuck. You're not Kyle Tucker, right? I think that was his name. Fucker left the Cubs. And I'm glad he did. He was holding us back. Little limp wrist pussy. Uh, what was before Tucker said his name? I was trying to roast or flame something. Oh yeah, the way people get down. Nah, I'm not gonna roast the way people get down. Everybody's got their own realm. You know, they all do their thing. But yeah, living in the burbs it could be a weird ass. Like when I lived in the suburbs, people think like, oh, yeah, the suburbs aren't hard because it's not real gang banging and it's not real this or that. You're right, it's not. That's almost like the scarier part. You got these really wealthy kids in some circumstances with unlimited resources and this like just what's the word I'm looking for? Like unquenchable thirst for fucking violence and anger and causing problems. And then when you got that with the unlimited resources, that's where the suburbs becomes kind of scary, right? Because Chicago, cool, yeah, Chicago's always, you got so many people in one dense area, you're gonna have some fucked up things happen. But then you go to the burbs and you got resources for these kids with money and resource. Sometimes there's not money in the burbs, but money and fucking thirst and appetite for destruction. That's where the fountain comes on. Because at least down here, you got to jug for your money. Like it takes time to get the money and then turn it into something violent or bad. Out there, it's like, oh yeah, I just stole my mom's fucking Xanax. Let's go drink it with her. Fresna or whatever the fuck that wine is called. Franzia, Tour de France. You know what I'm saying? Not just that, but real ones get pushed out from Chicago. Yeah, exactly. Like half the reason the projects they got torn down, and then people had to go somewhere. And that's a big reason why the suburbs get so fucking fuck. But hey, fuck politics, dude. I don't give a fuck about that. What I'm here to do is drink this tea and see some things. But they ain't got nothing to do with politics. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. Who here needs an ear? You know what I'm saying? Who here needs an ear or wants theirs talked off? Because I'm here for that. I got nothing to do but wait for my tea to finish, drink it, and then I'll be done, and then I'll leave you guys alone. But until then, you know, I'm just gonna bother whoever ends up on this stream with a unconscious train of thought. I didn't finish my coffee actually. I don't know. I don't want to live in Chicago anymore. I don't think it's a bad place. Just 29 years in the same spot kind of feels icky, and like you get to know everything. So it's like, what the fuck am I doing here anymore? I also really want to be closer to the ocean. So if you guys want to start donating to me to live closer to the ocean, so I can figure out what fish is the most, what fish is the most horniest, you know? Because I really want to figure out what fish we can start repopulating the most. Because if I could get an army of horny fishes, right, that are like willing to do my deed at any given time, right? Because I teach them, like at first I get them together so they could have their major fish orgies, and then I start talking to them through like, I don't know, bubble code, whatever the fuck it might be. Because if you got a bunch of horny fishes on your side, dog, I can't imagine you losing that battle in the water. Because motherfucker want to take a battle to the sea. That's cool. But are you ready to see what I got waiting for you down there? Because I got straight up horny fishes ready to suck your toes the fuck off. And then how are you going to swim? You ain't going to swim. You ain't going to swim. You know what I think needs to be talked about more? Uh, Mental health, but not in the way that everybody likes talking about mental health. Because I feel like when everybody talks about mental health, it's always got to be like, oh, take your medicine and get a doctor, therapist, da 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 da. And I'm not saying that's wrong. If that's how you're doing it, that's how you're doing it. But I personally can't find comfort in paying for somebody to listen to me. It feels almost like they don't give a fuck. And then it's like I'd rather just talk to myself or get on YouTube and talk to random people about what I'm thinking than fucking pay a therapist X, Y, and Z money so they could tell me what they learned in their textbook. It's not a bad thing. I'm not trying to like down therapy because I think therapy is very useful for people if they can get past the problem I'm having. Maybe it's not even a problem for other people at all. But the problem I'm having is that if I gotta pay you to listen to me, I don't want to fuck a hooker either. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay you to fuck me. I want to pay you to have a conversation. So I think mental health should be more of a community led a community led effort. Because God, if you really think that paying somebody to tell you what they got to tell you is the only way, because it's not, again, it's not wrong. It's a good way. Therapy is a good way. But if I have to pay you that much money just for you to tell me some shit, I'll go fucking in. I'll go ingest some ayahuasca. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Like peer to peer in the sense that I don't think we should be just trauma dumping on each other. There is a certain level of you need real professional medical attention, right? And that's some disorders are you're not just gonna fix that peer to peer. But then there are a lot of things peer to peer that can be solved right away. So, I guess when I say talk about mental health differently, I'm saying like everybody's got to stop trying to cry about it and be like, check up on your friends. Because it's like a bystander effect. Everyone says, check up on your friends. And then it's like like, you expect that someone's going to take that advice and be like, oh, yeah, check up on my friends. I should go check up on them. But everyone just like then repeats, like, yeah, check up on your friends. And then hashtag check up on your friends and be aware of mental health. But then nobody actually goes and checks up on their friend and figures out the mental health and so then we end up in a place where you could tell someone's struggling. I've had so many people tell me like, oh, this guy's being weird lately. He won't stop taking whatever. He's distant from everybody. He's acting erratic. And then it's like, okay, cool, thank you for telling me. Did you talk to him? It's like, nah, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't know what to tell him. I don't want to be weird. It's like you're being weird now by telling me that somebody needs assistance, and you're just kind of like pointing it out. And then you say, and then this person, specifically in this circumstance, then this person, kills themselves, and everybody's like, oh, what? He was sad. Oh, what? We got to be more aware. It's like you were aware. A lot of people were aware, and then they just said, be aware, and then they said, check up on your friends, but then they didn't check up. So when we talk about mental health, I think we got to talk more about like. I think we've talked a lot about being aware that it's there, understanding signs, and the fact that everybody's going through it. But I think now we got to start talking about the other end, and that's again, everybody's going through their own version of mental health. But on the other end, there are people that are a little bit more capable of standing up and, kind of being that light. And I think we got to start talking more about that end of the mental health, where we need those people to take everything we've learned, right, and then actually go implement it into the world to help each other. Because if we're just, so many people can't afford therapy. A lot of people who can afford therapy don't want it because they don't find it helpful. Like I don't, I really don't find it helpful. I don't find therapy helpful once I have to pay them. Like I said, if I have to pay for anything like that, like if I have to pay to play a sport, if I have to pay to talk to a therapist, if I have to pay for sex, those are things that I don't want to pay for. Those are things that I feel like should be naturally happening. Um, and then there's a lot of people who afford it and just it hasn't been working for them. So, we can't expect. There's a lot less therapists in this world as well than there are people who need help. I promise you that. So I don't know numbers. You can fact check me if you want. I think we need to help each other more because it's not, I don't expect us to be that willow tree for people and just like hurt and take all their pain and give them back positive energy forever and just like kill themselves with it. No, I don't want that. But what I do want is us to, I think we know when we can do more. I think we all know when we can do more. And right now we got to do less talking about being aware and more action on what we are aware of. And we're more than clearly aware of what's going on now. That's the kicker. We definitely know now. At the end of the day, do you or do you not care, dude? Like, do you or do you not care, dude? Because if you care, then care and keep caring. It's important. Very, very, very important. This tea's done finally. Do just a little more, so I don't have to worry about it later. Tea's probably good. I'll try right now. Is it magic? I mean, everything I do is magic. And then I make the cup disappear. That'd be dope. That'd be dope as shit. I really don't know magic. It tastes magic. So no, it's magic. It's magic. It's magical tea. Um, because tea is a magical thing. That's why we went so hard for it and we stole it from Britain. Not because like we're selfish American pigs. It's because tea is an amazing thing and it's magical no matter who makes it and how it's made. Pussy. Um, magic is just sleight of hand. Yeah, pretty much. Like my favorite form of magic is like do something like that, right? Like, no, well, do something like that, and then just like fucking whip the cup. I'm not gonna do it because I'm in my house, but if I was outside, it's like, oh, it's like now you see it, now you don't. It's like, yeah, but I saw you do that part. That's definitely where you threw. It's like, no, it's magic. Like, dude, I saw that. My fridge is a little too high tech. Like, I don't think it's necessary. You see what I mean? 35 amazing gadgets. It's like, yeah, I'm using one of them right now. It's called the fridge. Come on, motherfucker. There we go. See if I can watch my live on the fridge, yo. Hey, if I can watch my live off the fridge, yo, That would be wild. I could subscribe through the fridge. Who is? Oh no, no one subscribed on the fridge. Yo, this is gonna be some Inception shit. I'm just trying to make some tea. Problem with making tea is what? I have a lot of them. I just want the specific cup I was just using. I want to see. Wait a second. Hold up. Hold up. Scroll. Oh shit. That's weird. That's weird. That's some weird shit though. That's kind of dope. What's up? How can I communicate with myself? Hey, how's your day? How can I communicate with myself? Oh, it's going pretty good, man. You know, just having some tea. What are you up to? Nothing much, man. You know, I'm sitting here at the house. I'm looking at the lake. My fridge. Did you know that my fridge can play my live? Nothing much, man. You know, I'm sitting here at the house. I'm looking at the lake. My fridge. Did you know that my That's crazy, bro. Your fridge can play live. So, like, can it just use YouTube in general, or is it just something that you like? What? Like, how'd you figure that out? I don't know, man. Realistically, I think it's some weird. I don't know why people would do this. I think that they're awkward to want. Like, don't you have enough YouTube in your life? Now you need it on the fridge. Yeah, understandable though, because we like distractions nowadays. Distractions are very good. I mean, look at me. I'm talking to myself right now because I have absolutely nobody in my life to hang out with because I'm a loser. Dude, you're not a loser. You're just an acquired taste. Yeah, an acquired taste that nobody likes. Dude, you're not a loser. You're just an acquired taste. Yeah, an acquired taste that nobody likes. Um. All right. Yeah, that was probably the most. That was bad. Dude, I know, right? Tell that dude to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of this. That was bad. Dude, I know, right? Tell that dude to shut the fuck up. Let me get off of this. I'll go back to the Darko. We'll play my music in the background because I'm a tool. How loud does this thing get? Do we got a volume button in this bitch? Man, I don't think we do. But it works though. That's crazy, dude. I love technology. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Oh, it's hot as shit. Eh. When the tea's really hot, so you have to hold it like a little baby with the cuffed hands. Looking ass. Yo, where's Anthony's girlfriend at, bro? That's like our only fan, dog. I only got two thumbs up on this fucking post. I've been going live for like 23 minutes, dog. Call me Tricky Darko. Any minute, money more. Somebody please drop my verse. I miss Carlo. Banyas. It's weird too because like me and Carlo weren't even like I'm not trying to say we weren't close in the sense of like in a bad way. I wish we were a lot closer because I respected Carlos so much, and he's one of the first people to ever really check up on me and like take mental health seriously, right? For me, and try to take care and help me, and just to know that I couldn't return that favor kills me a lot. I know it's not my fault, and luckily, I've dealt with the things in my head long enough to I know I can't. No one can blame anyone, right? It's not like a blame game once it happens, but it is something. It is something that sits heavy on my soul. He was very just creative and talented, and I think that's why I think about him so much. Because sometimes I make music and um, yeah. I don't know. He becomes like this inspiration and almost like this unseen competition now that he said he'd come visit us all. I hope he comes and visits me. I don't know if we were that close though. I just don't think I've ever been that close to, or again by close I mean like because we hung out and we spent time together and we talked a lot. And I would tell that guy I loved him because I did love him, and I check up on him a lot. But I never been that close to anyone that was that talented, and then to see all that talent go to waste, and not to say like go to waste, but that's kind of what happened. It got wasted because it's not being used anymore. Or maybe it is somewhere. Maybe he's just maybe he's a porcupine. Maybe your best friends became porcupines. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be wild, like becoming something like indestructible, like trying to off yourself, so then, or not trying to, but like successfully taking it, and then like you come back as something indestructible. Like, haha, now you gotta sit with it. In a minute, my name is. You guys should check out Carlo Banez. I'm gonna start tagging his shit. I'm gonna start like reposting a lot of his shit because Carlo's music was really good. His album was really good. Shout out Kimchi. His performances were amazing. It's just sad. It's sad to think that you can't, like fuck. It's like Mac, right? Like I never got to see Mac perform live, but I always heard people say